Quick little disclaimer before I start this video. It's not about attacking people. I want you to look at it as exposing the lies that we tell ourselves. The I'm tired, the I'm burnt out, and the I'm drained. And yes, sometimes that can be real, but most of the time, we're not really exhausted from doing too much. We're exhausted from avoiding what we know we should be doing. And that's the difference. Without further ado, let's get into it. We've gotten really good at renaming discomfort. I call it the comfort lie. So we say things like burnout, but most of the time it's just resistance. Your brain doesn't like hard things. It doesn't like studying when you'd rather lay on your phone, or going to the gym when you're sore, having a difficult conversation, whatever situation it may be, or working towards something that won't really pay off immediately. So what does it do instead? It makes you feel quote-unquote tired. And not necessarily physically tired, but mentally resistant. And instead of recognizing resistance, we say, I need rest. And now don't get me wrong, real burnouts exist. But burnout comes from sustained effort towards something meaningful. Most people aren't burnt out from progress. They're exhausted from procrastination. And procrastination can drain more energy than effort ever will. And it kind of creates this avoidance. And avoidance in itself is also exhausting. Avoidance feels safe in the moment, yeah. You push the task back, you delay the workout, you ignore the application, you avoid the conversation. And for a second, you will feel relief. But what happens after that? It lingers in your head. You think about it while you're trying to relax. You think about it before you go to sleep. You think about it when you wake up. That unfinished task becomes background stress. And background stress drains you. You're not tired from doing too much. You're tired from carrying things that you refuse to face. The weight that builds up inside of you. And then you say that you're exhausted. But when you really feel, or when you're really feeling, is the cost of avoidance. And here's the part that nobody talks about. I know I already said this, but action creates energy, not motivation. Action. When you finally do things that you've been avoiding, you'll feel lighter, you'll feel clearer, you'll feel more in control. Because momentum creates momentum, right? Discipline isn't about being intense. It's about keeping promises to yourself. Small ones, waking up, for example. Finishing what you started, showing up when your mood is low. That builds trust with yourself. And when you trust yourself, you stop feeling drained all the time. And one big thing is we live in the most comfortable era we ever have. Entertainment is instant, food is instant, validation is instant, distraction is constant. So when something requires effort, it feels almost extreme. When it really isn't. It's just unfamiliar. And if you constantly choose comfort, your tolerance for discomfort shrinks. And then basic discipline feels overwhelming. And again, that's not fatigue. That's just underdeveloped resilience. And the only way to build resilience is to do the hard things, the uncomfortable things consistently. Not dramatically, not once, but consistently, every single day. And there's sort of this truth that most people don't want. Some of you don't need more sleep. You need structure. You don't need another motivational video. You just need a routine. You don't need to quote unquote find yourself. You need to commit to something long enough to actually see growth. And the harsh truth is you're capable of more than you're proving. But comfort is convincing you otherwise. And again, I'm not saying never rest. I want you to look at it like this. Rest is earned. And yes, recovery is important. But there's a difference between recovery and running. Ask yourself honestly, are you tired? Or are you avoiding what would make you better? Because once you stop lying to yourself, everything changes. Energy follows movement, confidence follows discipline, and discipline will almost feel easy, like second nature. And again, it's not loud, but it's daily. So no, I don't want you to look at it as you're tired. I want you to look at it as you're capable. But you choose to do the hard things over the comfortable things. And nobody can do that for you but you. And that's the part that nobody likes to hear. Nobody can wake up for you. Nobody can go to the gym for you. Or nobody can have the hard, uncomfortable conversations for you. Nobody can build your future for you. People can guide you. They can support you. They can encourage you. They can believe in you. But they cannot execute for you. And I think a lot of us are subconsciously waiting for that to happen. Waiting for someone to push us. Waiting for someone to save us. Waiting for that perfect moment. Waiting for motivation to just magically appear out of thin air. But again, motivation is unreliable. It shows up when it wants, when we want. But discipline shows up when you decide. And again, here's the uncomfortable truth. If your life doesn't change, it's not because nobody else helped you enough. It's because you didn't move. And yes, that sounds harsh. It's probably not what you want to hear. But in a way, it can also be freeing. Because if nobody else controls your growth, that means nobody else controls your ceiling either. Think about that. If no one can do it for you, that means no one can stop you. And your excuses don't build your life. Your habits and your routines do. Your comfort doesn't build your future. Your consistency every single day does. At some point, you have to stop asking why. Why is this happening to me? Start asking, what am I choosing every single day? Because your future self is not built in one dramatic decision. He or she is built in small daily ones. And nobody can make those for you. Not your parents, not your friend, not your girlfriend, boyfriend, boss, but you. And that's either really terrifying or really empowering, depending on whether you're ready to take that control. So if you're waiting for someone to come fix your discipline, they're not going to come. I can tell you that straight up. If you're waiting for life to get easier before you step up, it won't. And the moment that you accept that this is on you, everything will change. Because now you stop hoping and you start acting. And once you start acting, you realize something powerful. You were never tired. You were just waiting. So stop waiting and start building every single day. I think that's all I have for you guys about that, but I wanted to say something before this video ended. I filmed this right after something very serious happened. I got stabbed in the neck yesterday. And I'm okay. I'm safe. I got the medical attention I needed. But if my energy feels different, if I seem a little off or quieter than usual, that's why. And I almost didn't post this. It didn't feel like the right time. It didn't feel like the right headspace. Part of me thought I should just wait until everything felt normal again, but the truth is, life doesn't wait until things are calm. And if anything, that just shows that this message means more now. Because nobody can do the hard things for you. Nobody can step up for you. Nobody can build your strength for you. Moments like this remind you how fragile everything is. How quickly things can change. So if my tone feels heavier, that's real life. But again, I'm okay, I'm still here, and the message still stands. Thank you all, stay rolling.